Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Christian Hanna here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I'm repping my Howling t-shirt, my favorite werewolf film, and my Psycho hat today, so I'm all horrored out. Why not do top 5 non-franchise slasher films I love? Volume 2. Volume 1 was awesome. You guys were telling me what needs to make Volume 2. Some of the ones you guys said were like, oh my god, how could I forget that? A lot of you guys brought up really amazing ones, and there's going to be a Volume 3. Let's get it out of the way. But this is Volume 2. Of course, all of these are not necessarily in any particular order, except then just know this. The number ones of my lists are usually the most important ones, the most loving ones for me to give to you guys. So this one's number 1 is one that I definitely want you guys to check out. Without further ado, number 5. Now, of course, in Christian Hanna Horror fashion, I show you the Blu-ray that I own in case you want to pick it up. So yeah, let's get started. Number 5 is from Arrow Video, a non-franchise slasher called The Mutilator. The Mutilator has always been a film that I've loved since its very first time I ever saw it. This is a great release of the movie. This is a fun, low-budget, cheesy, gory, fun slasher film. The Mutilator is just oodles of fun. I've watched this movie probably 7 times since I've purchased this, and I have always enjoyed every frame of the movie. Quirky, fun characters, great little setups. I just really like this movie. It was a deep cut, but it's becoming less and less of a deep cut, and more horror fans, including myself, are picking this movie up and have picked it up over the last couple years when this came out, and have really fallen for this film. So The Mutilator from Arrow Video, this is a great release. This is a fun slasher film to check out. I'm a big fan of it, a big proponent, if you will, of The Mutilator. So that is my number 5 as The Mutilator. Coming in at number 4, this is actually a Scream Factory release. I have this movie. I did not see this movie until this release came out, and when I saw it, I was blown away by how much I loved it. I think it's one of the best post-Scream slasher films. Valentine. Now, I saw Valentine in the last one in the comment sections. I think Valentine is fantastic. I think it's really, really good. I'm just a big fan of this film. I think that its killer is, of the Cupid killer, is fantastic with the black outfit and then that child face. It reminds me of Happy Death Day, but way better. Way better. In terms of the look of the character, not the movies. Very different movies. But Valentine is just awesome. I love the color tones in this movie. I love the suspense of Valentine. Amazing opening sequence. I think Valentine is a cut above, no pun intended, from the post-Scream era. And I can't put this movie over enough. I think, besides I Know What You Did Last Summer, this is my favorite post-Scream slasher horror movie. Just really love it. But I Know What You Did is my number 1. I love that movie. Coming in at number 3, we're going to go to the month of the turkey. That's right, Thanksgiving. This is a movie we saw at FYE, and believe it or not, my wife was one was like, go ahead and pick that up, Christian, it looks fun. I didn't want to grab this movie because I didn't know anything about it. We picked up Blood Rage, and another slasher that I fell in love with, and it was such a fun watch. The first time I watched this was with the wife on a lovely Sunday morning. We woke up, cup of coffee, we put on Blood Rage, I remember it vividly, and we just had a good time. Cool music. I really like the music in Blood Rage. I would love a vinyl soundtrack of it, to be honest with you. But what's interesting about this particular release I have is it's different cuts of the movie. On Blu-ray Disc 2, the movie was actually called Nightmare at Shadow Woods. This is the limited edition exclusive. Now, this release of the film, somebody that's savvy with Blu-rays and releases, let me know if this release is out of print and you can only get the standard release that doesn't have Shadow Woods or not. It's not a make or break. Definitely get it for the movie. I mean, the movie's great. But if you really want to have all the cuts of the movie and the Nightmare at Shadow Woods cut, you have to have this version to have it. So somebody let me know in the comment section below the story on this. I'm sorry I can't give you more information on that. I'm just not that savvy about looking the stuff up. I'm just not. I bought most of these movies at a store. But Blood Rage is fun. I really enjoyed it. And I highly recommend Blood Rage to slasher fans. Number 2, now this movie is a little weird, but I'm categorizing it as a slasher movie for this video because the point of this video is to just, anybody out there that hasn't seen this movie, I want you to see it. Bottom line, I just want you to see this movie. So I have to bring up one of my all-time favorites, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, Behind the Mask. I love this movie so much. Now, to really give you a little bit of context, if you haven't seen this movie, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, Behind the Mask, or Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, is this documentary-style thing. And this group of people are doing a documentary on the character of Leslie Vernon. And he is getting ready to kill people. And he's talking about how he's prepping to become this famous serial killer like all his heroes, Michael, Freddy, and Jason. And I'll stop there because that sounds weird. But believe me, you'll want to see the movie. It's smart. It's entertaining. High rewatch value. 1.5% The Rise of Leslie Vernon. So you may be saying, why is that your number 2 if you're putting it over so high? Because there is this deep cut gem that I just love, and let's get into it. So my number 1, and this is a deeper cut, is... When you least expect it, I will attack. There'll be hell to pay on back. When you least expect it, I will attack. There'll be hell to pay on back. That's right. Rocktober Blood. Now, this is not a real Blu-ray. I just made it a Blu-ray because I'm weird. This is a bootleg DVD that the family put themselves out because it's a weird whole backstory on that. Look it up. The Rocktober Blood people, just look it up. They're weird people now. But anyway, they don't want to release this film, really. They don't want to give it up to anybody to re-release it. Anyway, you can see this movie. It is available on YouTube. You can get a $5 DVD of it on Amazon. At least that's where I got it, and I cut it up, put it in a Blu-ray case. Rocktober Blood, the story of this rock band, and the singer goes on this killing spree, or does he? And that's where we'll hold off there. Rocktober Blood is an 80s cheese fest with really cool music, which is the song from the movie that I covered just a second ago that you heard. A good personality, just fun. It is a deeper cut. For me, it was a deeper cut. I had to do some research to find this. I love Rocktober Blood. I love this movie. It's so fun and crazy. So that is my number 1 because it is a deeper cut, and you can watch it on YouTube now. I highly recommend Rocktober Blood. So that is volume 2 of non-franchise slashers I want you to watch. Of course, let me know some that I haven't done yet in either 1 or 2, and we'll get ready for volume 3 very soon. This is really fun, and can't wait to see what you guys say. So this is Christian Hanna Horror. Get your slashing on for the weekend, and we'll see you guys next time.